Good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. Yeah, we're here again every day to explore life. So the question is, are you closed-minded? If you are closed-minded, what are you missing? Here's a better question. Are you lying to yourself that you're open-minded? Are you lying to yourself that you're open-minded because you have an opinion so strong that you're not willing to consider anything other than that? Big question here. Really big question here. Because think about this. Everything out there is an opinion. And if you lock in to an opinion, then you're closing yourself off to the opposite of that opinion, which means half of everything. You're closing yourself off to more wisdom. You're closing yourself off to greater experiences. You're closing yourself off to the ability to experience a more expansive awareness. Because the second you focus on having an opinion just in one way, in one area, that focus takes away your ability to see anything other than that. But we're not seeing that. We have been so conditioned, so brainwashed into believing that we have to be a part of a tribe, that we have to be a part of a group that agrees on things. I'm grateful that the people in my life, some agree with some of the things I say, some don't agree with some of the things I say. I want people, and let me really clarify that. These are the people that I allow into my life to be close to me. The people I allow into my life that I truly call those people that have a real deep place in my heart and my life and my time are those people who are independent thinkers, who are open to new ideas, who challenge me, who express with me, but do not judge me and say and try to convince me that I have to accept their way of life. And what we've got right now is everyone's trying to get everybody else on the planet to accept their view. We didn't come here to do that, gang. We came here to be unique. Can we get that? What is it going to take for us to really realize that it is our uniqueness that makes us special? It's our uniqueness that is our gift in the world. I've been understanding my OCD a lot more. A lot of people don't realize what it really does, but then again, it won't matter about others' thoughts if you really are focused. Exactly. OCD is a behavior that someone has that society has labeled. Society has labeled that. So are you going to fall in and label things? The second you label something, you limit it. It's a whole concept that people say the word God. Well, what do you think when you hear the word God? What comes to your mind? Is it Santa Claus in the sky, the supreme being that's got a book and judging you? And if you have enough check marks, you get to purgatory. If you got more check marks, you get to heaven. But if you, God bless you, if you don't have enough check marks, where are you going to go? You're going to go to down under. Is that your belief about God? Not mine. I believe that God is infinite. Now, if God's infinite, guess what? It's not a being. I don't know what it is. It's infinite. If it's infinite, I know you and I are a part of it. So if you and I are part of it, then God bless, aren't we perfect? You see, judgment is a human quality. It is not a divine quality. And we keep thinking that spirituality, religion, divine is human. No. Again, that's a focus that's very, very limiting. I love that. Osaka Bang. I love that. Can't wait to see you in the States too, dude. Love it. Oh, My God, that's my friend. You changed your name out there, but I know who you are, Osaka. Anyway, I guess I have a little bit of a scatteredness, don't I? People say, well, wait a second, you lost your focus. Well, I just focus the way Lee Wolak focuses. I don't have to focus the way people think I should focus. I focus how Lee focuses. I focus on what Lee believes is important. I'm not here to meet the expectations of others. Are you? Good question. Lori says, I love this, Lori. I have an issue with labels being used as an excuse for someone's behavior. It's okay. You have to understand he's bipolar. She's autistic. It's a real complicated issue. People do have conditions. If you are bipolar, it's not something you've chosen. It's something that is. And it's something that you live with. I don't know how I would phrase that, Lori. I believe that we all have personal power. I believe the power to change is within us. I believe that some people are blessed in that they don't have a wiring of the brain that causes them to go to extremes like in bipolar or to go manic or things like that. And people do misuse labels. Here's what's happening. Do you realize that labels are actually dividing us? The more labels we have, the more division that happens amongst us. But the key thing is to understand that at the core of all that we are, we're all one. We're part of the same infinite. We forget that with labels. That's why there's no label for God. No label for God. Because how do you label the infinite? Just the word infinite labels it. You notice I didn't say he or she, did you? Because that would be anthropomorphizing this thing that we call God, the infinite. It's not a he or a she. So the only word that I have for that is it. And I know that offends a lot of people. Well, he wouldn't like that. She wouldn't like it. Well, no, it's not a he or she. Where are you getting where are you getting this view from? Again, we'll go back to labels. We go back to how are we looking at things? We go back to, are we open to see both sides? Are we open to see multiple sides of things? Because there are infinite ways to look at things. But if we are not open to it, we're missing out. What are we missing out on? Life. Because what are we here for? To experience life to the greatest degree possible. But the narrower our focus, the less our experience. It takes great courage to live in a world today and have a broad perspective. It takes great courage to live in the world and be authentic. It takes great courage not to be attached to the approval and the opinions of others. Yes, indeed. It takes great courage to just really be you. So when you wake up in the day and you say, today I'm going to be me, just me, that is the most courageous act you can do. Because so many people, let me just take that even further, almost everyone is being something other than they are. And it's not because they've chosen it. I believe that we've been conditioned. Lori comes in. Here's the affirmation today. Be courageous today. And let me add to that, be courageous today by simply being you. the true, authentic expression of infinite life, that there's never been another. That's right. You are the only you that will ever, ever, ever experience this world, this life. That's something to be proud of. That's something to live with great expectation in. So with that, I'm going to say, hey, I see your perfection. You're unique. And I accept your uniqueness, which means I love you. So go create a great day, everyone. Until next time, aloha.